You want to know what cryptocurrency to invest in 2019? Because here we are. We've got a week or less to go until the new year's here. And I'm going to talk to you about what cryptocurrency to invest in. Now, I don't mean that as what you should invest in. You need to do your own research. I'm going to talk to you about what cryptocurrency I'm investing in. And I'm going to talk to you about a project that is so extraordinary that I don't even think, I know that most people aren't even aware of it. Like, this thing is so unbelievable. Like one of the greatest use cases that exists in the cryptocurrency space, next to Bitcoin itself. I mean, this is going to be massive if the market at large sees this and takes advantage of this. Technology is so close to making this happen. I believe this is an absolute economic shift in the world at large. You may not realize how our economy is set up, but we have a debt-based economy, meaning that it's necessary. Borrowing has to exist right now in this current economy. But you're talking about shifting away from an economy where, well, it's just going to totally be a massive power shift. So let's talk about this for a moment. I want you to imagine, what if every purchase you ever made, the retailer was able to give you money back over time, say like in monthly payments. And I'm just using that for illustrative purposes. Sorry, my passion oftentimes overrides my verbal communication ability. But so imagine if you went to the store and you got groceries. And then what if the grocery store was able to give you a small payment every single month? Now, I don't mean like you're going to get a full rebate on your groceries in 1 month. I mean, you spend $200 on groceries and maybe, you get a few dollars, a few pennies next month or the next month and the next month, or maybe even quarterly. It doesn't really matter. But what would happen is you would continue to get these payments over time until you eventually were given the full amount of your groceries. And maybe groceries isn't the best example. What if you went and you wanted to make a purchase? Say you wanted to buy a car. You went and, maybe you went and bought that Lamborghini, or you bought that Maserati, or you just went and bought that, $5,000 clunker, whatever. You went and bought a car. Let's say you spend X amount of dollars on a car. We'll say $50,000. Keep it round. You bought a $50,000 car. And the next month, you got a few dollars back. Or the next week. And you continue to get a few dollars back every single week or every single month, until eventually you got your money back. Instead of you making payments for several years on your car, you got payments back for several years till your car is paid for. Like, what if that was possible? I mean, would that not be incredible? Don't think about how that's possible. Don't stop and think about that's just a fairy tale, because I'm going to show you how it's actually not a fairy tale. It's actually closer than you think. And cryptocurrency is making it happen. So let's talk about how could that be possible? Well, typically if you were to try to figure this out, what would have to happen is it would have to somehow come from profits of the business. And there are businesses that have actually tried to do things like this before, but the economics just doesn't make sense from a business standpoint, because eventually every customer, they're going to end up owing more money than they have, basically. Then their ability is just going to take forever for the customers to get paid back. It doesn't, that actually doesn't work. But what if there was a way? All right, well, how is that possible? It would be possible through a smart contract. So let's just talk about that for a moment, because not everyone understands that. It would be possible through an Ethereum smart contract, or you could do a smart contract on other blockchains as well, but Ethereum is the biggest one. EOS has a smart, you could do it there as well. But Ethereum is the biggest one. What if, and it's a very simple program, and the way the program would work is every single time that you spend money, let's just say that you were to purchase the car in Ethereum. Every single time that you spend money, you pay a fee. And the fee is, it would be like a tax or whatever. Every time that fee is paid, because you already pay taxes, right? You pay sales taxes, 6%. But instead of that 6% going to the government, or 7%, or I guess 10%, depends on where you're at. Instead of that sales tax, that tax going to the government, what it would do is it would get redistributed to everyone who purchased made a purchase from that car dealership over time. And not only that, but even the car dealership, when the car dealership spent their profits to buy more cars, they also had to pay that 6% fee or that 10% fee. And guess where that fee went? That fee also went back to the customers. And the customers would continue to receive these payments every single week, every single month. Stick with me until they got all of their money back. Now, again, that's not possible on a business level. It's not, even if it was possible on a profit standpoint, the accounting wouldn't allow it. It would just be entirely too complicated. It just wouldn't allow it. But what if it could happen automatically where the car dealership didn't have to do anything? In fact, what if that actually didn't affect the car dealership at all? It didn't actually affect the grocery store at all that you got that check. What if that happened automatically? You got that payment. In fact, what if you didn't get that payment monthly? What if you got that payment weekly? I mean, daily. I mean, hourly. I mean, what if you got it instantly every single time a transaction occurred? This is already taking place, by the way. This is already being proven. And it's in the middle of development right now as we speak with a project called Proof of Weak Hands. I'm going to show you that there's about something massive that's about to get launched with this project. And what's going to happen, what's going to get launched is going to be so huge, it's going to go towards proving the concept that I'm talking to you about right now. So the way Proof of Weak Hands works is they have an internal exchange. Every single time that you buy the Proof of Weak Hands tokens, you pay a 10% fee to the exchange. This is no different than if you were to pay taxes when you made a purchase somewhere, or if you were to, like, sales tax, or this is no different than if you actually purchase stock on a traditional exchange through, like, I don't know, TD Ameritrade or something like that. They charge fees, 2%, 3%, whatever. They're relatively low, but they charge a fee. But where does that fee go right now? That fee goes into the exchange pockets, the owners of the exchange, the companies that own it. It goes into their pockets. And they get rich off of you interacting with business, doing business on their exchange. Filthy rich, right? But what if instead of them getting rich, all that money got redistributed, all those fees got redistributed back towards the participants in the exchange? So here's how Proof of Weak Hands works. Every single time you buy or sell tokens, you pay a 10% fee. You buy $100 worth of tokens, you get $90 back in tokens. Where does the 10% go? It goes to all the other token holders. It's distributed. Somebody sells their tokens. They sell $100 worth of tokens. When they sell $100 worth of tokens, they get $90. It's $90 in Ethereum. It's priced in Ethereum because it's an Ethereum smart contract. But let's just keep it simple. They sell $100 worth of tokens. They get $90. Where does the $10 go? Well, a small part of it goes to you because you're holding tokens. It gets redistributed to every single token. Think about that. That's crazy. How does it work? Every trade buy sell has a 10% flat transaction fee applied. Instead of this going to the exchange, the big dogs, the financial institutions, that fee is split among all currently held tokens. 10% of all volume, meaning buy volume and sell volume. 10% of all volume this cryptocurrency ever experiences is set aside for you, the token holders, as Ethereum rewards that can be instantly withdrawn whenever you'd like. It's like an instant rebate every single time someone buys or sells. So imagine if you went to the grocery store and you bought your groceries using this token. What would that mean for you? What would that look like? Well, it would look like you just went to the store and bought your groceries the way it stands right now. That's it. But what if there was a way for that grocery store to accept your P3D tokens as payment? If you chose, you could pay with dollars, but if you chose, you could pay with P3D tokens. You could swipe a card or enter in a PIN code or go online and order from Amazon, but you chose to pay with P3D tokens. And when you paid with P3D tokens, they locked up a certain percentage of your tokens. If you buy $100 worth of something on Amazon, and let's just say you have to pay the P3D fee of $110 or whatever, because it's 10% fee. Obviously, Amazon has to pay for their products and services and they earn a profit. But what if they could take a percentage of your P3D tokens and they could lock them away? And as those tokens earn rewards, you would get paid back those rewards. Think about that. So, and you would continue to get paid back until you were paid in full. And then Amazon, of course, would be able to keep your tokens, and they would continue to earn from those tokens, or they could sell them at their current market value. But you, over the course of time, got your money back. Think about that for a moment. No, you're not going to get it all back immediately. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time, and it may take a lot of time. But what if every dollar you ever spent was ultimately rewarded back to you? What if you were earning a monthly check right now, every single month, based off of all the money you've ever spent in your past? And over time, you're going to ultimately get all that money back. What this does is it rewards the person who saves, or the person who holds on to their tokens. The business that holds on to their tokens is able to hold on to their tokens because those tokens continue to earn. So that's the benefit for a business owner. So a business owner, it makes it, sorry, my phone's going nuts. As a business owner, it makes it an easy sell, an easier sell. Hey, come to our car dealership, buy our car, and ultimately, over time, we'll rebate you till you eventually have all the money you paid back in the car back. You would get a full rebate on anything that you purchase. That would be the benefit to the consumer. Now, if you're the business owner, you're able to take 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%, depending on what your profit margins are. You're able to take part of that customer's money, you're able to lock it into a smart contract. And the way it would be done, this is already about to happen. So understand that what I'm saying is not just totally fairy tale. I'm going to show you a project that's starting to do this. But everything that you locked up as a business owner, the rewards would go to the customer. And once the customer's paid back, you get those P3D tokens that you can keep, continue to earn money from, or whatever. As someone who's in this space, like I literally have businesses right now that if there was a payment solution, I would start accepting at least some P3D payments. I wouldn't want to do it for my whole business because you need cash flow. But I would absolutely start doing this right now. If all it takes, there's one missing component that can make this available for every business. So let's just look at a diagram of this. Make sure it's... What would happen is you would buy something. You'd pay the retailer. The retailer would take a percentage, 10%, 20%, 30%, whatever. And they'd take a percentage of that purchase price that they could afford. And again, this wouldn't work for every business because a lot of businesses have thin margins. But there's other businesses that have tremendous margins. And they would take a percentage. Heck, colleges have ridiculous margins. I mean, ridiculous. Thousands of percent. Cosmetic companies, ridiculous margins. Pharmaceutical companies, 26,000% markup on pharmaceutical drugs. So you imagine being able to, a percentage of that money getting locked into a smart contract. And that smart contract, the retailer would still hold the P3D tokens, but you, the customer, would get the reward dividends on other buys and sells from those tokens until you are made whole, until you get your money back. And then the retailer would have those P3D tokens they could either sell for cash, which may have gone up in value at that point, or they can continue to hold them and keep the rewards themselves. Think about that. That is mind-blowing. Now I'm going to show you how this is already happening. This is crazy. Like, this would totally shift economies. This is already happening. Or it's about to happen, I should say. OXChain is about to launch. OXChain is going to be launching here in a few days. And OXChain is basically going to be a message board. And I don't know if it's going to take off or not. But the concept is definitely going to prove the proof of concept. So they're interacting with the P3D tokens. OXChain will continue to purchase. So basically, as you make a post, you have to make you have to pay a small fee because this is a totally decentralized message board. There's nobody administrating it. So you pay like a small micro-cent fee every time you make a post. But here's the crazy thing. OXChain, the message board, will continue to purchase P3D tokens from the P3D smart contract with each message posted on OXChain. As such, it will generate dividends for the P3D network and also receive those dividends just the same. The dividends collected that way can then be released by users once every 3 months to give it enough time to accumulate dividends. So think about that. What this project is going to do, they're going to interact with P3D tokens every single time you make a post on their message board. Technically, If you add value to the consumer, in theory, you can start earning a passive cryptocurrency, a passive crypto income. So you're gonna, as you make a post, that micro cents that you lock up, micro ETH, 0.0001 ETH, I think it is, or something like that, it's gonna be locked up into the contract, and it's gonna start earning dividends. And every 3 months or so, you're gonna get those dividends back. And technically, you're gonna continue to get them back indefinitely, really. But as a consumer, nobody expects if I buy a car that I want to buy a car and have an income stream for life. And there would be no advantage to the business owner for allowing that. But the advantage to the business owner in accepting P3D tokens is twofold. One is they get the P3D tokens without having to pay the fee. So they save 10% if they want P3D tokens, like someone like me, a business owner like myself. Or it's also, especially on a higher ticket product in a competitive market, hey, if you buy instead of, same as cash or whatever, what happens is it's another selling point. We finance here. We give full rebates. Come purchase your jet ski here, get a full rebate. Come purchase your boat here, get a full rebate on your purchase. And how will they be able to provide a full rebate on your purchase? By using a smart contract, by using the P3D ecosystem, which already exists. It already exists. Right now, I am holding P3D tokens. Let's go take a look at that. Where's it at? Right now. Oh my goodness, let me see. Can I see it? So there's 31,000 Ethereum in the contract, by the way. Only 31, hardly anyone even knows about this project, much less how this can be used as a retailer. Like, you were in so early on this thing overall. I mean, like, if someone will create a payment solution where you can accept P3D tokens, I mean, that could potentially be a game changer. I mean, such a game changer. So let's see, hang on just one moment. Okay, so here we go. Here's a chart. There's a better chart than this somewhere. Sorry, the stupid things up here. Here's a chart. Basically, these are buys and sells. And these buys and sells come to balance. This is the hourly chart. Every single time that these buys or sells take place, dividends are being paid out. Every single time. Let's go look at, let's back it out a little bit. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Every time, sales, boom, boom, boom. But dividends are getting paid. And you can withdraw those dividends. They go, you can withdraw them instantly to your Ethereum wallet, or you can reinvest them, buy more tokens. It goes up, dividends. It comes down, dividends. It's crazy. Down, up, down, up. It's just crazy. Let's go look at, obviously went way up in the middle of the year. It went up here as well. But it's crazy. With every big up, big down, it trends like everything else in the market. But you're earning dividends. You're earning rewards in Ethereum. If Ethereum goes up, you don't make rewards. If Ethereum goes down, you don't make rewards. But when you have P3D, you earn rewards in Ethereum. So it's a little bit like having an investment in Ethereum. I mean, you got to believe in the P3D project. But I just told you, like, what this can do. Change the world. Change the world. And now we come from so right now the way our economy works is it's a debt-based economy. And if you don't understand that, you need to go watch the video on my channel, Money as Debt. Money as Debt, right here. I'll put a card above. But you need to go watch that video to understand that how this can radically shift our current economy right now, because we're in a debt-based economy. And what a P3D economy does is it encourages people to hold their P3D tokens. It encourages a saver-based economy. And so as you save, you earn more because you're earning basically like interest on your savings, on your P3D savings. Of course, if you have to cash them in, if you have to use them, you have to spend them to buy products, goods, or services, that's okay. You get dividends back over time. And you can always repurchase more P3D tokens. Every purchase, every buy, every sell, no matter what you use it for. Not only, I don't even know where to go with this. I could just go on and on about this. Like, this is a game changer right here. I mean, this is P3D rebate economy. If someone is smarter than me can create a way to be able to, an easy way to be able to integrate a crypto solution for P3D tokens into a payment card online, let me know. I mean, this is a game changer. Could you imagine looking at a sales letter on the internet? I didn't even talk about the internet. So because internet marketing has tremendous profit margins, could you imagine going to go look at a sales letter on the internet, buy this gadget, buy this widget, and oh, by the way, get 100%, one of your bonuses 100% rebate? Could you imagine? Hang on, I'm gonna go find an example right now. All right, I couldn't find a good example like I wanted, but we've all seen, either in videos or templates where they have bonuses, right? Could you imagine one of the bonuses, like they always have like a, 100% money back guarantee if you're not satisfied. What if it was 100% money back guarantee if you're not satisfied, or guaranteed 100% rebate even if you are satisfied? Game changer. I mean, absolute game changer. Tell me what your thoughts are down below. If you've got any questions, put them down below in the comments. Also, if you like this content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. If you believe in the future of cryptocurrency technology and how it can transform the world that we live in, then you definitely want to be subscribed to this channel. And if you believe that by being an early pioneer and investor and enthusiast in this place, that you may have the potential for your life to grow, for you to become more wealthy, then make certain you subscribe to this channel. And if you favor projects that can give you a passive cryptocurrency income, then you definitely want to subscribe to this channel. And also remember, nothing on this channel is financial advice. You have to make your own decisions. Don't ever be so silly as enough to give away your personal responsibility to some YouTuber that you know nothing about, and they're just like me, an amateur enthusiast who's extremely excited about this space and where it's headed. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day. Welcome to the Crypto Revolution.